We're back in the Truth Booth, Head Angle podcast from Vans Pro Cup here at 5 Dock, and yeah, sitting here with Nina. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
It's been a big morning for you guys.
Yeah, early, but great.
Yeah.
Super fun. We had the women's final this morning,
Yep.
and yeah, man, you think you have like a lot of time out there, but it's never enough because the bowl's so fun. It's like you really got to get kicked off the course. It's like, no, it's time to go.
You think it's fun? It's pretty challenging for most people.
It is, but man, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, this bowl's like a can of Pringles. You just can't stop. Like, once you find a line and you just can't stop. It's just like, oh man, wait, then I can do this, then I can do that.
Yeah, it's the way it's designed. It just, if you land anywhere pointing any direction, you're hitting something straight away, and the lines just all seem to like fall together, which is like just, it works.
Yeah,
It just flows good.
I was pumped to come back and get to ride it again. Like, just feel like I always have unfinished business, so it was really cool to get to push it a little more this year. So.
How are you liking the switching it up of the extensions and extra obstacles compared to last year? It kind of changes the flow a little bit.
For sure, yeah. I thought the obstacles were great. I've been seeing a lot of different riders take advantage of, the clearance between both bowls and the spine.
Yeah.
Like those quarters are a lot more open now.
Yeah.
And it definitely opened up some more lines and helped with the flow. Yeah, they were built really well. They're fun. I'm always collecting the coins, trying to grind everything. So I think my pegs hit all of them.
Yeah. So you got the double peg on the big extension on the back quarter around the spine.
Oh yeah, that was like mandatory. I was like, I'm gonna have to pass that at some point. Might as well grind it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's just quite an extra bit of height up there. So.
Yeah, I was pumped I pulled it off. It was cool. Fun to session anyway.
I guess last year you got the big double peg over the top of both the back bowls, which is like...
That one was terrifying.
That was in best trick, was it?
Yeah,
right. And you won it, wasn't it? For that?
Yeah, I pulled that off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, looking back, I'm like, I don't know if I would do that again.
Yeah.
But I'm stoked that I went home with that. That was cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's been a pretty cool thing to see Vans ensuring that there is a women's class in the event. Like, I mean, a lot of the BMX around the world traditionally there hasn't been any fucks given basically for that.
Yeah, they are definitely paving the way. I think they're stepping it up, and like every stop they've been like increasing prize money, and really just like they have yet to be matched with like how much support they're giving the women, and I think it's awesome. I mean, these events are so fun and really like just so many good vibes, and then just to also have the women is just, I don't know, it's exciting because everyone's progressing and pushing it, and it's just cool to be up there with your teammates, your homies, and and then also be a part of it.
Yeah. And you've been, I guess maybe the champion, I guess, of the women's BMX movement in a lot of ways. I think, you've been one of the most outspoken.
Thanks. Maybe I've just been here the longest. I'm like the dinosaur,
But I think you've paved the way. You've definitely shown girls that you can do it. You can just get a bike and you don't have to be scared of getting involved. It's really rad.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's been so exciting just to see like all the different women getting into it, all ages, and like this stop, she wasn't old enough, but we were able to leverage some clearance for her to ride. Little 12-year-old Sarah from Canberra.
Was she 11? I think. I reckon she was 11, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just turned 12.
Holy
I don't know,
crap.
but she's like the future. It's awesome to have her out there, and it was really cool that they just were able to bend for her to be able to at least ride with us. Coming from so far away and then getting to ride with a whole group.
She was
of
going
girls.
above coping on the big walls, man.
I know. I'm like, man, that quarter's big for me, and she's like half my size. I can't imagine what that must be like.
The last 12-year-old I saw going above coping, well, it wasn't the last 12-year-old I saw above coping, but I saw a 12-year-old going above coping in, I think it was 89, and that was Ryan Gutler
Oh my gosh.
at 12 years old.
Wow.
And he kind of went somewhere.
There's no telling now, especially with extra, just more girls riding. She's hopefully, she'll stick with it and she'll become like a beast, like she'll be able to shred everything.
Totally. And with events like this, it's just like so many more opportunities. Like I know she's probably a little gutted that she couldn't, like age-wise, was the only thing holding her back from being able to actually compete with us. Because man, she was doing tricks. She was holding it down.
Yeah.
So, but it's just great that there are events like this out there for everyone, you know?
I mean, it's a funny time because we have the Olympics coming up next year, which
yeah.
is crazy, and they have to have women's in that. You know, I mean, that's an interesting one. I mean, how's that taken in America?
You know, I think, well, never mind America, but the world. I'm seeing a lot more support for the women, like kind of because, you know, with the Olympics, like and the equality for women, it's forcing everyone to like take note and like support your women that are riding and help get more women into riding. You know, so like some of the cycling federations are starting to like have development programs and trying to help women practice more and like be a stronger resource for them, you know, that just they didn't have before. It was just kind of like if your friends ride and they're supportive of you, they're going to help you out and cheer you on, versus now like maybe they have access to like some private ramps or maybe some help with bike parts and travel. And yeah, it's like been really exciting to see even like sports and nutrition getting like support with that. Like it's a completely different like journey, you know, for BMX in general, but just to see what it's doing for the women's side, I'm like fanning out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like you know, every stop of that Fise series, the World Cups, like for me, it's like the biggest drum roll because it's history being made every stop. Like someone's throwing down something that they've been working on, they didn't post about, and like it's just really exciting, you know, like to see that progress at every stop, and then just women just sending it, doing things that like I could only ever have dreamt to have seen them do. So yeah, I don't know. And these things too, I mean the vans I think is just a little less pressure because you're not like necessarily representing your country's uniform, and you know, it's like just more laid back, you know, but you're still repping and ripping and just definitely more chilled out.
Definitely. You touched on something before that health and nutrition is becoming something. You know, it's funny, in the last couple of days, Colin McKay's brought it up. You know, he's gone vegan for you know, so he can ride more. I mean, McCoy even brought it up. I mean, that guy was known for not eating well, but now he's found that he can eat well and he can ride a lot longer.
Yeah.
You know, I think there is a bit of a changing of the times in BMX in terms of health and lifestyle. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even just like, I mean, I'm no spring chicken here, but you know, like I've been working on just trying to be able to ride longer and get, you know, just invest in my health more. And so yeah, like it's been really refreshing to see like the younger people kind of adapting and going with that change to be more healthy so they can ride longer. Like just seeing the lasting impact of, you know, strength and conditioning and eating well and just fueling your body with good stuff. So it's nice.
Just young kids having that mentality is amazing because, you know, when we were all kids, like, I don't care, I just want to eat fast food and just ride my bike and, you know, whatever. And like, you know, and now for someone who's 18, 19 to actively go, you know what, I'm going to eat better and take care of myself. And like, it's like, really? You're just a little kid on a bike that's, you know, and then when you're taking care of yourself, it's I mean, the times are changing, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice that they almost seem wise beyond their years at such a young age, but it's cool that it's trending now, you know, and hopefully that's something that'll stay so we can all keep riding forever.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't that be nice?
Is that access, you know, I mean, the internet gives us access to any information we want. It gives us access to see the best riders in the world. So that makes everything attainable, I guess.
Yeah, totally. And I think with, you know, a lot of the riders just setting the example, it really does influence other riders, you know?
Yeah. I think, I can't remember what year it was, but Taj had his first interview in Ride, and suddenly
95,
yeah, you know, hey, he's vegan. So not only did you want the sticker on the bike, you know what I mean, and that guy's an icon as a kid, but you're like, why? Wonder why he's vegan, you know? And BMX becomes a bigger thing than just someone who can do a good trick.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a role model for society, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Lifestyles, you know, some people, I think it's a more trending thing to not drink or party, and also with the Olympic thing, a lot of people kind of can't, you know, they have to like hang up a couple of things, but yeah, it's pretty cool, just, you know, everyone getting really pumped to wake up early and shred and just kind of hang the party up a little bit, you know, but occasionally you still, you know, there's still a good time to be had, you know. But yeah, it's been good.
So you're pretty much traveling the world, pretty much. Is it full time?
Maybe. I don't know
Maybe.
for now. Yeah, I mean, I want to go to all the stops for the van series. Really excited about the next stop. I think is in Germany, in Stuttgart. We just learned how to say that. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome stop. I've never been there. I mean, I've been to Germany, but I've never been to that city, and no one's ever ridden that park. I don't know if you've seen pictures yet, but
Not yet.
yeah, check it out. It's going to be sick. Yeah, and then Mexico City and Huntington Beach, like they just renovated the Vans outdoor park,
Yeah.
so that'll be cool.
That new bowl looks amazing.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I haven't got to hit it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, traveling has been like crazy in the last couple years. Basically, I had like a really good job, and then I saw some more opportunities happening for the ladies to like, you know, I guess competitions, categories for women. You know, I just really wanted to make more happen than was already happening, and there's a lot more younger riders that were like turning up at contests, but there wasn't like a good turnout yet, and so I was like, man, like we gotta restoke this up. And so I started going to them, and I was like, man, I wasn't expecting to like start going to contests again, but it was really exciting. Like once I started going, and you know, it's kind of crazy. I'm like competing against girls that are like half my age, you know, but it's really fun, and they're just sending it, and they just kind of like got me really excited to go again. But anyway, I kind of had to quit my day job and get a bunch of gigs to keep me afloat in between traveling. So it's been awesome. You know, we've got the van series, now there's the World Cups and a bunch of jams and like women's weekends in between. And yeah, it's just really, really been so fun. And I'm so lucky to get to travel everywhere. And like, we're in Sydney. Like, this is awesome.
And this is your third year in a row doing vans out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Manly one, then 2 years here at Five Docs. So
yeah, it's been amazing. I always wish I could stay longer and see more of Australia, but there's another event coming up that I got to be at, and so it's kind of sad to cut it short, but always making the best of it, you know?
You just got to wait for your winter to happen and just road trip out here, because that's the best time of year.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, we don't have much of a winter in Austin, but, you know, I do need to make it back for sure.
Yeah. And did you ever get like tripped out thinking about how when you first started riding, I guess you were from Long Island, New York sort of area, and how there was actually zero girls at the skate park. And if you think about, I guess, your humble beginnings, and then now where you're at, like you've almost been this sort of Pied Piper where, you know, like, you know, you have, and like,
Thanks.
you know, you have come to these events other side of the world, and you've got girls from all countries. You've got, you know, Teresa, you know, who's you know, from Europe, and then, you know, like it's got to feel pretty crazy, right?
It's amazing. I feel like I'm really living a dream, and just to be here and then also still riding with them is like, I really am living the dream. It's amazing. Like just seeing everyone's got different style, and like just how they got into riding. Like I'm constantly like interviewing each girl, you know, because they in some ways are like, hope this doesn't sound wrong, but like they're kind of like the Nina of their scene, you know, like they're just like,
totally.
They're just holding it down, and they're the ones like getting other girls in their area psyched, and like it's contagious. It's awesome. Like see everyone, and you know.
I think also the rapid sort of progression in girls in the last sort of like 5 years. I think a lot of that has to do with just ease of information. I mean, like being able to see other girls on the internet, like just go to YouTube and you know, type in girl BMXer or whatever. Whereas, I mean, early on in the early 2000s, late 90s, when it was flyers, it was snail mail, it was, you know, VHS, and a girl who maybe wanted to start riding bikes couldn't just click on YouTube and see that there was other girls out there. It was really sort of, you had to really...
It was pretty underground.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
so.
we started our own zines, you know, like there was a website, like it was very, you're right, it was pretty limited, you know, and so it was pretty cool just to, I don't know, learn the art of the road trip and just keep trying to like find more girls that shred. And yeah, now I'm lucky enough to fly over the world and meet more girls who shred. And so it's cool. And I think that events like this just encourage more women to like travel too, you know, or do what they can to travel. And we're all like a big fam network, helping each other, putting each other up in hotel rooms, or just, you can come crash at my house. You know, it's BMX.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been pretty cool.
And hopefully Vans can keep this thing going for a few more years, you know, and like just get every year get more people riding. And
Yeah.
More people coming to the event and seeing each other, and I don't know, it's like last year. I mean, this is my local skate park, and I grew up 3 or 4 kilometers down the road from here, and started coming here in the late '90s when it was just the old stuff here. It still freaks me out that I come to just the infrastructure, the people, the music, like how many people have congregated on this park that I've been coming to since 1996, and it's wonderful, basically. It's so good.
Did you ever think you'd see the level of riding here? Like,
No.
it's insane.
Like,
right?
I think when we were little, and like there were some Sydney pros that we didn't, and again, pre-internet, you don't know who anybody is. You just see they've got a cool bike and they can maybe do a 360 or something. And you go to school like, dude, I saw a guy with like an all chrome Hoffman and he did a 360, and like that was like, you don't know who that person is, but you know that like they were someone above average,
Yeah.
So fast forward 23 years and the best of the best are here, and it's kind of crazy. Like it's a bit epic. So
Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm pumped. I have ever gotten to come here and then getting to come back, and then like just when you think like, all right, like it was pretty lit last year. I don't know what anyone's going to pull out of the hat this year, and it just blows you out of the water. Like we're about to watch the men's final. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to see? This is going to be insane.
yeah.
It's
Well,
pretty
going
cool.
forward, what's in store for 2019 for you?
Definitely the Vans BMX Pro Cup
Yeah.
series. I definitely want to hit all these stops, and I guess I rode pretty good last year at those World Cups. The Olympic qualifiers, those were cool. So I earned a spot representing US. And
You did?
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thanks. We have a pretty stacked roster though, which is awesome, and I'm just pumped to kind of just be part of it and see how I do. So that's the next stop from here for me.
Okay.
Gonna go to it's in Japan. So yeah, I'm just gonna go, and I don't know. They build a new course every stop, and
Right.
that's fun. And get
And
to
that'd
see
be
all
cool
the
because it's
ladies.
almost like a precursor for the Olympics being in Japan as well. It's kind of like you get I mean, I don't know if you've probably been to Japan before, but I mean,
Awesome.
yeah, it'll just be like, it'll be a bit more exciting. Like, just be like, this is where the Olympics are going to be. This is kind of what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun. So,
Dude, yeah, last year the crowd was insane. It was so awesome, and what a beautiful culture, And then like
Yeah.
so many more girls are going to Japan for their first time this year, and so like I think it's gonna be epic. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make it to all the Fise stops. Maybe I'm gonna do one stop at a time and just see how it goes.
See,
Like I'm
yeah.
pretty much self-funded for flights, so it's just a little. I gotta kind of pick and choose here.
Yeah,
but,
adds up quick. I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. But it's also like a lifetime opportunity to be a part of the first ever Olympic cycle, So I was like, I kind of don't want to regret not
Chase
trying
that
it.
dream, yeah.
So yeah, it's just cool to be a part of it, and get to rep the U.S. and my homegirls everywhere, and get to see them just blasting and get to see if I still got any blast left in me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what my year is looking like. Just one stop at a time with the World Cups, but definitely looking forward to all the Vans BMX Pro Cup series. This is like my favorite one of the year. I look
Awesome.
forward to every stop. So
Awesome. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for hanging out in the booth, and it's
yeah, dudes, thanks for having me out. Yeah, this is so cool. I'm really just honored to be out here and like get to catch up with you guys. It's only like once a year I get to see you, so thanks for making time.
Good luck for
Good.
2019.
Hell yeah,
Indeed.
thanks.
rad.
Awesome.
All right, wrap her up.
Cheers. Thanks, dudes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.